Hey, what's up, you guys? Chad Mysterious here again, and I have a lot to talk about today. The first order of business is this EWF wrestler, Cameron. Every time that I get into a match with him, he finds a way to weasel out, win, but not by pinning me. He always gets me out of the ring somehow and makes it to where he takes down the other opponent. Usually, right after I use my finishing move, he'll do something to take me out. So, we'll see how it goes when he's one-on-one with me this coming up Saturday at EWF. With that being said, Cameron, I have a little message for you.
Where you at, motherfucker? Heard you been talking shit, but every time I come around, it's like you seem to forget. Shut your mouth, you little hoe, before I scalp your lip. In other words, you be a dead little punk ass bitch. I won't forget you every time I'm pissing over your grave, or when I'm slanging peyote and hoods that you once claimed. Learn about the track you dissing, cause we all ain't the same. Got my heart steady swinging as I'm dancing for rain. So come and play with me, and lease it to the sky turns gray. Shooting all my arrows like AKs. Amazing situations for a girl as a man. Represent the wicked nation. Underground street level, running this course, keeping you shady bitches scared to come up off your porch. So come and hang with me, unless you blaming me, because the native hydro keeps changing me. Play with me, even if it means your death. You hate it, my time more heartstrings tied to left. Just wait and see. I'll be a juggalo till my very last breath. You hate to see these hot shit niggas.
That's right, Cameron. Come out and play with me, because I guarantee you won't like the games that I have to play. So, I'm challenging you to a match. That's right, I'm challenging you to a match. I don't care if it's pinfall, I don't care if it's submission. One way or another, you will not leave that ring being victorious. Now, with that said, moving on from that, because he's not worth any more time talking about. Let's see, well, something happened this, last week. I was at a tractor pull, and, my family was with me. We had to use the restroom, you know, those little porta-johns that nobody really likes to sit in, because it's right after, going in right after somebody, they really stink really bad, and they suck. So, I'm like, damn, I gotta go really bad. So, I'm in line. I finally get in. My uncles are still waiting in line to get a porta-john. Well, I went and took a thing of rocks with me. And when I got in there, you know, all I had to do was piss really bad. But, you know, I wanted to play a prank on people. So, I went and started making sounds and making it sound like my stomach really hurt very, very badly. And I'm sitting there like, oh, my stomach, oh, I have a buildup, you know, everything like that. And because I couldn't get people to leave, I started like shaking the walls really bad. And I put both my hands on the side of the wall, started shaking the porta-john really bad. Sitting there screaming, oh, get out, get out, get out, it hurts so bad. And people were like freaking out. They had no idea what the hell was going on. So I went and took some of the rocks and I started dropping them into the toilet. Well, then I'm like, I got some of it out. I gotta push more. And I went and stood up and I took that rock and I smacked it into the toilet. Make sure I didn't get any of that gunk or whatever the hell was in there on me. And so I went to sit back down. I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. I think there's more. And I grabbed hold of the side of the porta-john again and started shaking it. Well, my uncles knew what I was doing. So, you know, they went into the restroom. They got all their stuff done. And I got out of the porta-john. There was paramedics waiting on me. making sure I was okay. Well, when I came out, I'm like, oh, don't eat the hamburgers and hot dogs. I think that's what did it. So they went over to the hamburger and hot dog place, talked with them. They put hamburger and hot dogs half price. So got to pig out on some hamburger and hot dogs. I know I'm a very horrible person, but their hot dogs and hamburgers were like $8 a piece. Just for one little hamburger, like $8. Then they dropped it down to half price, so $4. And it was only like $1.50 for the hot dogs, which were originally like $4.25 for a hot dog. Yeah, a hot dog. A hot dog on a bun for $4.25. Just because you're going to someplace special does not mean you get jacked the price up on everything. They had cans of pop. Cans of pop for $2.50. They marked those down too. And then they were 60 cents. I stockpiled on that. So, they had the other stuff too, like alcohol, all that, so had to get a little bit of that too. And, so that happened. There was this happened recently. Well, my cousin, he was struggling financially. Couldn't afford food, couldn't afford cigarettes, stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, I know he gets paid, I'll help him out. So, of course, I went to help him out. And I pawned my Xbox One. Yeah, pawned my Xbox One. I know, you guys are going to call me stupid, you guys are going to call me an idiot. And I probably am. Probably am all that. So, anyway, he told me he's going to get it out. And so I went and paid for him to get something to eat, paid for his phone bill, and got him some cigarettes. Was driving home. It was that dark, and I had to drop off the person that I had with me that was a licensed driver. And so driving him home, it was dark, had an out headlight, got pulled over, didn't have my license, so I got a ticket for it. So, what does he do? He made excuses about being robbed and jumped. Said that, since he was robbed and jumped, he didn't have any money on him. So, because of that, I lost out. Truth is, he still had money. He never got jumped. He never got robbed. He was just making up a story about it. And I still had to go and serve for the ticket that I got from trying to drop him off. And, I didn't think nothing about it, I dropped off the driver, so I was being legal about it. But, yeah, I got pulled over, didn't have a license. I had my permit, but not my license. So I had to get $500 community service. There's the $75 fine and 1 year of probation. So, did I get off easier than most? Yeah, probably, but, being a good Samaritan doesn't always pay off. Plus, my Xbox is still in pawn because of the asshole of a family member that I have. So, yeah, that's that. As you can tell, having a little fire over here. Just trying to enjoy the night. That's pretty much it. And, so, see y'all next time, and hope you keep watching my channel.